All right there. Our program will begin shortly. Just kidding. Oh, hello, guys and gals. Welcome back to another edition of Farming Simulator 2015 with me, your buddy, Mistermoose. Live stream archive here. If you're watching this video, you are seeing the archive of a live stream I did on Saturday evening. So just getting started. Nobody's actually seen this yet, as I am just starting up the stream and getting the old YouTuber going. So anyways, so we'll certainly hopefully pick some folks up here shortly and get going. So what are we gonna do tonight? Do a little bit of we're going to do a little bit of agriculture tonight, and might do a little bit of forestry. But for the most part, I am just going to probably do a lot of ag. So let's see. All right, so we put lime down, and I need to get over here and start cultivating the fields. So that's what we will do today. All right, so let's jump in here. Let's get her started up. All right. Anyways, hope you guys are enjoying these archives of a Farm Sim live, and I'm trying to do. Like I said, I've always been wanting to do this. I'm gonna try to eventually get to where I do at least 2 a week, and hopefully that is on Saturday nights, Friday and Saturday nights. That would be my goal, anyways. So, okay, come on, there we go. Alright, so connect that up and run that around. Switch into forward and get going. Alright, so if you're new to the stream, we're doing Manchester with the Soul mod installed. And I'm doing it with the G27 and dual Logitech 3D Pro joysticks. That's what I'm driving with. The only thing missing now is track IR, and I'm going to try to set that back up Monday or Tuesday because we haven't been doing as much ARMA 3. So, yeah, I think I can probably get involved in doing that a little bit more. So, anywho, alright, so I'm going to set this guy up to cultivate a little bit. And I'm trying to think everything I need to do. I've got some farm work that I need to do with the front loader to get some things in. So I'm going to go ahead and do this guy automated with the... I'll set this guy automated up with course play and let it run. Kind of brain dead right now, y'all. I do apologize. Let's see. Alright, so I figured out what my issue was yesterday with the... controller. If you watch yesterday's live stream and I said something about, ooh, that's weird, my joysticks are on the opposite sides of each other, well, I figured out what the problem was. It was really a complicated issue. It had to do with the fact that I plugged the left joystick into the port for the right joystick and the right joystick into the port for the left joystick. Really complicated. You know, one of those things that you probably would have taken you forever to figure out. I don't know how I did something that stupid, but somehow I managed to do it, and yeah, so it was that easy to solve. Didn't have really any... As soon as I finished the live stream and I looked at the plugs, I was like, how did I do that, and how did I screw that up? So... Alright, so I'm going to set this thing up like I have a million times, and even though I've done it a million times, I forget what I do sometimes. So I have to kind of think about it. I'm going to give it one headland. We're going to go 23.5 meters, which is 2 of these doubled up. And so I'll generate the course, and then I will come in here and I'm going to let this one be our first tractor, and I'm going to have him offset to the left 1/10 of a meter, and I'm going to activate both of those, and this unit will be set up to actually start doing this. Ooh, that is not right. See, I almost made a mistake because I was thinking plowing and not actually doing this. This needs to be offset to the right 5.8 meters, or half of what the working width of the tool is. So 5.8 meters to the right, the other one will be offset 5.8 meters to the left, and we'll have a big happy working together situation. So let's see, let's find the other one. Is that it? Nope. Here, easiest way to do is once you get into there, just jump out and run over to the other one. Jump in it, start it. There we go. So it does seem like cranking down my wheel mass on these to 0.2 tenths has really helped out with these things driving more realistic and not spinning around the whole time. All right. All right, see if I can back up here real quick. So yeah, like I said, Monday or Tuesday when I have a little bit of free time, I'm going to jump in back into the computer here and see if I can get Track IR up and running with Farm Sim again, and see if I can get everything working, all the controllers and everything working together, as well as with Track IR and for farming, and see if I can make all that function. It'd be really cool to get it done. The biggest thing is I have to jump into test mode on Windows in order to get Track IR to work, and that sort of conflicts with other programs, so that's the reason I've been sort of avoiding it. But I think it would be cool to have that functionality built back into it. Alright, so field 4, working width 23.5, starting in the northeast, going south, 1 headland, generate course, come here, and we are going to be offset to the left now 5.8 meters. There we go. Activate lane change, activate 4-wheel drive, and we should be good to go. So now I can change over to this one, and everything looks right. We'll go ahead and lower down our tool and start the process here. I always have an issue getting this one started at first. Hopefully it will turn and take itself right where it needs to go. Come on. Yeah, looks like it's going way wide. Maybe that is the right place. Hopefully it is. Alright, so this guy is ready to go as well. We'll drop down our implement, and we will get going. So you see this thing's bouncing around, and somebody made a comment about it last night in the live script. Am I using the Real Terrain mod? I'm not using Real Terrain mod. This particular tractor that I'm using still has Plow spec in it, and so that's the reason it's dropping in and out and doing all that. So alright, drive course, and off that goes, and they're off to the races. Alright, that frees us up to go do something else, and that means we are going to need another tractor, which we are looking for. The Fendt will work. So let's go ahead and fire it up. I was going to use the John Deere, but the Fendt will work for what we're going to do today. And we're gonna go grab a trailer, and we're gonna do a little bit of shovel work because I need to put straw into the cattle pen as my cattle are getting very low on that. Yeah, if we look, we're down to like 18% on there, and then we need to put some water in as well. So we're gonna grab a trailer and fill it up with straw and take that over to the cattle pen. All right. All right, back up around here again, and go ahead and lock that in. Making sure my mic was on. I didn't want to be doing this whole thing and not have any audio going out. All right. Just checking a couple of things real quick. All right. Oh, there we go. I wasn't able to see comments for some reason. They had gotten pushed way down. Let's see. Curtis Adams, how you doing, man? Tundra Guy, hello. Hello, Architect. Hello, Brad. Bailey Smith. Bailey Smith, don't say any more messages like that or I will boot you out. All right. All right, so let's get going here. Hello, Scott. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Alright, so we'll pull this around here, get it in place, and then I will grab the loader, bring it over, and do some loader work here. What is the plow spec? Plow spec is just, it's basically a set of code that it's basically a script code that is built into some of these tractors that makes them bounce around in the furrows. It makes them travel a bit in the furrows, so it makes it realistic and makes the tires sink down. The Real Terrain mod is built to make it do that as well. But the plow spec is, you know, it's made so like when you're plowing, you would actually see the you would actually see your tires on one side sink into the furrow when you're plowing. So that's is what it's actually supposed to be, and what it was meant for originally. So that is the plow spec. All right, so let's get on out of here a little bit so we're not looking at this wall. So this is going to be the first time I use my joystick and bucket together. And I can already tell some of this stuff is going to be a little bit annoying. Just because I've got to shift gears forwards and backwards each time to get out. Yeah, come on, drop down, get in there. This takes a little getting used to as well. All right, back out. So I found out some useful information today from Shy Wizard, who is always quick to give me some helpful info. He pointed out that somewhere he was reading, as far as the G27 goes, that the deal with FarmSim and the G27 is FarmSim only recognizes 16 buttons, which makes complete sense because the buttons I'm having problems with are 17, 18, 19, 20 through 24. Those are the buttons I cannot get to work. Which, now that he's told me that, it makes absolute sense, and now I understand that those buttons are never going to work. But the good news is, if that is the case, there should be a solution to that coming when the SciTech controller comes on, because it's got like 26 buttons, or 27 buttons, I think. Just in actual buttons, that doesn't include the axes on the joystick controller that it's got. So I'm thinking that as soon as that comes out and that patch comes out, then the rest of the buttons on the G27 should start working as well, which is good news. So, oh, this is sort of annoying. This is where I'd like to not have shuttle control built into this. I wonder if I could turn it off for this particular unit just by holding the spacebar down. Oh, I can! Ha ha ha! Nice. Alright, so for the front loader, I'm just going to use gas and brake. And that way I can drive it like a regular front loader. Nice. Nice. Alright, cool. Alright, so lower my bucket, open my bucket face, come in here, curl the bucket in, lift, pull back. Oh yeah, a lot better. So anyways, let's see, George Mullins, hello. Yeah, I already said that, Bailey. That is not accepted, so if I see you make any more comments like that, you'll be just banned, period. And I've got a zero tolerance policy, guys. So, I mean, I'm not going to be rude to you or anything, but I'm just going to go ahead and state it. Zero tolerance. If you start doing something, you're gone. I'm not going to put you in timeout or anything else like that. My daddy never put me in timeout. He beat my ass, and that was it. And I learned my lesson. So if I'm sort of a no timeout kind of guy, if you do anything like that, and I'll warn you once, but any times after that, I'll just ban you, because I'm not going to put up with that kind of stuff. Let's see. Do I know any way to make your PC run faster? Buy a new one? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. Upgrade parts, put new RAM in it. I don't even know what kind of PC you have or what model you have or anything else like that. That's sort of a loaded question there. It's hard for anybody to give you real info when they don't know what you got going on. You like that, huh? I was straight up and straight to the whooping. I'm old school, man, I tell you. I'm one of those kids who daddy sent you out to pick your own peach limb off of the peach tree, and if you didn't bring the right one back, he beat you with that one, and then he went and got one that he liked and he beat you with it. Oh yeah. So I've been smacked on the butt and the legs. The legs is the worst. They can beat you on the butt with a peach limb, and that hurt. But man, they hit you right in the bottom of the leg with that thing. Oh, that was horrible. Oh man. So, anyways. Let's see. Tom Plorn. Hello, Tom. Was wondering what you do for a job. What do I actually do for a living? I am technically, my profession is I'm a maritime captain. I am a licensed boat captain And during the summer, I do some stuff in a resort community, driving recreation type situation. I don't want to go into too much detail of what I do. During the winters, I will run offshore. I will run a supply vessel for an oil rig or an oil supply company. Basically, we go out and we take all the pipe and food supplies and things like that out to oil rigs, and I run one of those boats for the company. So that's kind of what I do. But I only do it in the winters, where I do it in the time of the year when nobody else wants to do the job, because they all want to go home for the holidays and they don't want to have to work. So I go do it during that time. I make good money doing it, and I only work a couple of months a year out doing that. But it's I'm on the water for 14 days, then I'm off the water for 14 days. Well, that's sort of how it works. Alright, so let's see. Next level Eddie, what is your favorite PC game? And that'd probably be like Diablo. I don't know. Honestly, though, to be honest with you, it changes. Like today it may be one thing, tomorrow it may be something different. You're probably the same way. I mean, we all go through phases where we get a game and we absolutely love that game, and then we get burned out on it and we go to something else, you know. And I'm that way. Favorite game right now is Farm Sim. I mean, I'm playing it every single day, as you guys see all the time, and I'm playing it when you guys aren't seeing me play it. But I'm big into Farm Sim, love Euro Truck. Been playing a lot of Euro Truck in the last day or two. Those games I've been playing, you know, I've been playing Euro Truck now for about 3 years, and sticking with it. You know, I was just saying in the last video that I did, I've maxed out all my points. I've got all the money that I have is legit. I have like 60 workers that are working underneath me. Most of them are almost all the way trained up. So I do pretty good with it. I get all of that in there? Let's see, straw. Alright, so we're maxed out on straw now. I can go dump this off. Hello, Whiskey. How are you doing tonight? Mika, how is my baby G27 doing? It is getting better and better every day. I'm learning more and more about it, and yeah. Everybody who commented on, I was having some issues in Euro Truck, and some folks gave me some information today on how to get Euro Truck to start in 64-bit mode every time. And with that figured out and fixed, it's made a world of difference, because every time now when I start Euro Truck from the G27 profiler, the Euro Truck is actually starting the way it should, and starting in 64-bit, and I'm getting consistent setup on it now, which is really nice. So now I can actually now I can actually utilize it the way it's supposed to be. Alright, so drive this guy back here and park him. That didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. Oops. Alright, so I can shut that guy off for now. And lower the bucket down so it's sitting flat, because you don't want it to be sitting with any kind of stress on the hydraulics there. Alright, so these guys are done. So I can stop that driver, lose that course. So see how that sank down right there? That's the plow spec, working on that. And you'll see it when we go into the next field. You'll see it, the fent will drop down. And that's all to do with plow spec. Now, if you're running real terrain mod, it cancels out the plow spec, so you don't see all that tire bounce as aggressive as it is right now. But real terrain mod adds in a more consistent plow spec to all of the vehicles. So Uh, is that a hibiscus? Hibiscus? How am I doing today? I'm doing good, man. I got up this morning and I went to my uncle's farm and I dug potatoes until about noon, and then just kind of said I'm out of here. And which he was cool with that. He pretty much told me this morning, just go till noon, get 6 hours in, and then we'll come back and we'll work some more and on Monday. But he pretty much everybody stopped about noon today because it's football season and everybody want to go home and watch football games. And then my football team won today, which is good. So it's a good day. Let's see. All right, so field 7, and we are starting this time in the northwest corner, and we're headed east, and same thing. And we want to make sure this guy's going to be on the left side this time, and I can go ahead and back him up a little bit and get him out of the way. There we go. And I'll tab over to the other one, stop him, and we'll drive him over to the other farm or to the other field, and we'll start that field. Hello from New Zealand. I live on a dairy farm. I enjoy your views on dairy farms. Man, I don't know that much about dairy farms. I know very little, but I do know that you feed dairy cattle more than once every 6 days. And so I know that part of this game is broken. Let's see, field number 7, and start northwest, headed east, generate course, 5.8 on the right, so we're good to go. All I got to do is take these over and drop them down. All right. So see how the tractor's sinking down into the furrows there? That's all about the mod doing that. That's what's making it bounce up and down like that, is the plow spec that is built into the actual tractor. It's a pretty neat little thing, but it can be annoying too. But again, the nice thing about the real terrain mod is the real terrain mod gets rid of it. It takes that away and kind of softens it up a little bit, but at the same time it adds it to every vehicle in the game, including the stock tractors, which is nice because you can't get plow spec on a stock tractor any other way, and that's what makes that mod really cool. So all right, let's let these guys go to town, and we will move back over to this guy and finish up dumping him, get the rest of the straw dumped out of this guy. Oops, messed that up. All right. All right. I think if I look, mixed rations, we might as well go ahead and put some mixed rations in while we've got the forage wagon hooked up. So we'll pull over here, grab ourselves some mixed rations. We'll take these and put them in for the dairy cattle. Get that going. Let's see. Would I rather live in a world without puppies or sacrifice myself to allow the world to have puppies? Interesting question. Man, that's a good one. I think I would sacrifice myself for a world with puppies, because I like my puppy. But thanks for playing anyways. It is quite a long name, isn't it? Alright. So if you're playing Manchester, just keep in mind you need to be way over here on the left-hand side to get the tractor to trigger for the unload. Yeah, man, I love my dogs. You know, so a world without dogs would be a lonely place. Lonely, lonely place. Let's see. Are you talking about the Memphis game? The old Miss Memphis game? Is that the one you're talking about, Amy? If that's what you're talking about, I didn't watch it. I watched highlights of it. I was running a tractor at that time when that game was being played. I was in the field at 6 o'clock this morning, running a tractor with headlights before the sun even came up, and digging potatoes, and then didn't get done until just after noon. So hello Joshua, how are you doing tonight? So yeah, if you're talking about the Memphis Ole Miss game where Ole Miss got beat by Memphis, no, I didn't watch that, but I think that's kind of silly. I didn't watch the Michigan game. I'm not a Michigan State kind of person. I'm pretty much an SEC kind of guy. But I did see that it was kind of a crazy ending there with Michigan State winning over Michigan. So, and what, Michigan State's now 7-0. So congrats to them. Andre Oliver, hello. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Oh, let's see if I can get this in here right. Tried to drive that under there first person and I missed it completely. The reason I need to get track IR set back up is so I can be able to spin the camera around and not have to do all that other stuff. Yes, 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 I am all about my Crimson Tide. Hello, Brent. Can I do more forestry with rubber side down? Hopefully so. I jumped over there to talk to him this evening to see if he was available to do a little bit of forestry. Apparently, I guess he's recording on Manchester tonight or doing something, but he wasn't available, so I went ahead and just started up this this stream without anybody. But I jumped over to where everybody was hanging out in TeamSpeak, and just to be courteous and see if anybody wanted to do some tonight. But it seems like Banky and those guys are playing Ark, and Landy's Landy and does his live stream every week, and he's not really into forestry that much, so I pretty much know he's out. But I think the rest of them were playing Ark tonight, so not going to be able to grab them to do anything this evening. Alright, so it seems like we once again have gotten to the point where we have got to back into this trigger a little bit because I didn't get tight enough in there. There we go. I guess this is Francis. I want to make sure I pronounce it right. Francis tried the Black Beauty. Like the in-game harvesters better. I downloaded it last night and I haven't put it in the game yet, so that's a bummer. It'd be nice to find something different, you know. I like the class ones, but I've played the class ones and I'm tired of the class ones. So something different, but they all look the same, don't they? You know, and that's even with the, you know, when we get the gold pack at the end of the month, all the stuff in it looks exactly the same as all the other stuff. Okay, it's a Russian brand, but it looks all the same. You know, and I would rather see some stuff that looks different. And that was the disappointing thing about, I think, the gold DLC for me is it's just the same old thing. It's just same stuff, same attachments. It's just Russian, and it all looks, for the most part, just like everything else that's in the game, and that kind of bummed me out. I'd like to see, if you're going to do a pack, do a DLC that actually brings some new things into the game that hasn't been out there, you know, already in the game, because, you know, we need one more combine that looks like every other combine, like we need a hole in our head. The gold pack as a DLC, I think, is going to be $19 US. Now, if you live somewhere else, don't ask me how much money that is, because I just don't know. Yeah, I gotta walk in my diff. Ah, messed that up. Alright, so we'll knock that off of there, and we can get on to doing something else. Gotta go get some water. Put some water in the troughs. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty steep price for what you're getting. You're getting a new map, which you're getting a Russian map, and you're going to get, you know, basically all the equipment to go with it. You know, you're getting a combine, the heads for the combine, forage harvester, some tractors, you know, your standard stuff. So it's not too impressive. Well, I'm just all over the place today with this. See if I can get that to swing in. There we go. All right, fill it up. But like I said, I'm pretty sure though, and I'm pretty excited after what I learned today with the G27, that if in fact it is the fact that they've got it limited down to only 16 buttons, they will have to change that when it comes time to introduce the SciTech. So I should be able to get the rest of the buttons on my G27 active at that point, which will be pretty good, because if you look at the code in there, basically it asks for the button number and then it asks for the device number. Well, if that's the way it works, then it's going to be no different from the SciTech as it would be for the G27, because the device number is just a number, and is based off your USB ports. And then the button is just a button ID, so it's going to be a numerical value. So you shouldn't have any problem getting that to work. So so pretty excited about that aspect of it. So we should be able to get the rest of the buttons working on the G27. So Andrew, doing good, man, doing good. Right. So it looks like those guys have finished their cultivating over there in 7. Oops, I didn't need to go in this door, did I? Forgetting what I'm doing. I've got water on the back of this, not food. So let's see. I've realized that with the JCB pack, people release the JCB pack in a mod folder for free, so I bet they'll do that with a new DLC. I don't think they're releasing the JCB pack in a mod folder. I'm not quite sure I'm following you there, Architect. Are you talking about the DLC, or are you talking about somebody pirating it and putting it out there for free so you can get it for free? I'm not really following you on that one. Make sure my water level's going up. You can do this one way of filling up the trough with this particular water truck. You can put the water in there one way and the water comes out with the animation, is all cool and everything, but the water doesn't actually go up in the game. And I found that out one day the hard way, because I did like 4 trailer loads of water and didn't realize all of a sudden that I wasn't getting any water into the trough for some reason. So let's see. Connor, yeah, I'm pretty glad Alabama won against Texas A&M myself. I don't think I could have taken another evening with another loss. I've had enough of those already this year. And I'm just not getting quite in there where I need to be. Hey, come on. Somebody asked me the other day why I didn't get the water out of the pond back there. And then somebody else came in and commented that the water out of the pond isn't free on this map, that you actually get charged for it. That Reaper did it that way. I don't know for sure, because I haven't bothered to go back there and drive and drop this thing into the water, but that was an interesting comment that I heard. But I don't mind using the city water. It's no big deal. We got enough money to pay for water. Oh yeah, I heard about that. It's been an interesting week. I mean, you got Steve Spurrier quit. Florida's quarterback is suspended for a year. It's been an interesting week. I'm an old guy. I'm in my 40s. Alright, so we'll get one little bit load of water in here, and that should get that tank topped off. So we're good on everything. We're getting steep in manure. We either are going to have to do something with it or haul it off. And I think what we're going to do is I'm going to put some greenhouses in real soon. Not tonight, but probably in the next few days. Once we get the planting done, I think I'm going to go ahead and set up some greenhouses and get that taken care of. Oh, there goes the helicopter flying overhead. Let's see, real quick, while we are doing our thing here with the water, let's look at the sheep. And they are low on food and could use a splash of water, so let's spin around and go grab them some water. Before we do that, let's tab over to these guys real quick. and move them over to field number 6. To be honest with you, Lucas, it's not like you can download the skid steers because I don't think you can download the official fast tracks. That skid steer pack that was in the contest, it to me is better than the skid steer that they put in the JCB pack. They actually perform better, and I've heard a lot of people say the same thing, that they like it better than the one that's in there. Alright, field number 6, and I don't need to run 2 on this particular field. You know what? I'm just going to run 1. I'm just going to put Harold, the hired help, on this field and let him run up and down and do his thing. He'll hang up on that one tree over there, but we can go ahead and get him done here. Get that course play out of the way. And we're on the edge of the field. Hire the help. And we'll go get the other one. And now why is it doing that to me? Interesting. It should be tabbing through the vehicles that are active. Not quite sure why it decided to do that to me. Alright, so let's put this guy into gear. Stop the driver. There we go. And we'll run this guy down to field 20 and go ahead and let him work that field. When am I going to be buying field 1? I got to amass the money to buy field 1 first. Field 1 is like $1.5 million. Isn't it? I mean, it's quite steep. I mean, and I don't have that kind of cash right now. But when I do, rest assured I will buy it, because I intend on putting triple plows in it, and triple cultivators, triple combines. Oh yeah, we're gonna have some fun with that field. We're gonna go to town on it. The next purchase is probably going to be a field over next to where the beef pens are. Probably buy it and sow it in grass and make a big grass field over there. And so when we buy our beef, we'll have plenty of grass to cut, and we can tend that field just like we do all the rest of them. Alright, let's get this set up. And we'll get hired help taking care of that. And we are back on the farm. There we go. That's funny. I don't always have $1.5 million, but when I do, I buy field number 1. That is funny. So I have to tell you, I had to make a hard decision tonight. Oh, what? Did y'all see? Anybody see the sheep flying up in the air right there? That's pretty funny. Let's see if I back up and make them go up and down. Nope. There he goes. Oh, now the sheep's on top of the tractor. Oh, there's our screenshot right there. That's hilarious. Oh, I wish I could take a screenshot of that. I don't have the ability to. That's too funny. Sheep on top of the tractor. That's funny. Alright, now hit the trigger point there. So I get the water in. Alright. Guess I gotta back up a little bit. Weird. It didn't show that it actually put water in, but apparently it did. Alright. Maybe I was watching the sheep floating in midair. Levitating sheep. They have really light wool. That's pretty funny. Alright, so we're done with that. What is left to do? I need to put a little bit of feed in their trough. So, back into the tractor over here we go. So let's grab this guy here and get a shovel full of grass real quick. I think this will work. I think I've tried this before though, maybe, and I couldn't get the grass to come out of the shovel into the feeding trough. Hey, come on, that didn't work right. Forward momentum. Now curl the bucket and lift. Then back out. There we go. Yeah, apparently I'm not growing very fat sheep because they can float. Alright, let's see if this will dump. Oh, it will dump. It dumps soybeans out, but it's dumping. Which is kind of interesting that it's doing that. Let's see, so we get a full... Need about 4,000 more liters. So the input bindings I'm running right now is for a single joystick and the G27, which means I've got one joystick on my right hand side and I'm using it like I would in a front loader, so that up and down is lifting my bucket and then right left is curl the bucket, so that allows me to lift and curl at the same time, which is something you wouldn't be able to do any other way. And I'm going to straddle that sheep right there. He's good. At some point we're going to have to take wool to the sell point because we are starting to load up on it. We've actually got a pretty healthy stack of wool if I come out this other direction. Well, that's still, I had to go all the way around to get to it. But I think we've got like 9 pallets collected up. Go check real quick. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like we got 9 pallets of wool stacked up in there. So at some point I got to take those to the sell point, which means I've got to get a forklift attachment for this thing because I don't have one yet. Oh, come on, dump. Silly thing. It'll dump on the ground, but won't dump it underneath the grass. Here, I'll do this. Whatever's left in there now. Take over here and dump it. So anyways, I had to make a choice tonight between live streaming and jumping on Fishing Planet and testing out the new map. The developers got in touch with me today and asked me if I wanted to test it out. So I fished on it for about an hour today, and I'm looking forward to spending a little bit more time with that later on this evening. There is a non-disclosure agreement involved, so I can't really tell you guys much about it or show any information about it yet. But maybe in the next day I will be able to get them to back off that NDA, and maybe I can do a video on that. But certainly as soon as it is ready to be released, I will get a little bit of video done. As soon as it's live, I'll be able to put some video out on it and showcase it. But I'll be messing with that for a little bit this evening. Alright, y'all got me confused there. I was watching comments and architects talking about who's the president. Alright, so we've got all the fields plowed, cultivated now. Let's run over to 4 and look at what we need to do next. I believe we need to spray the NPK is I think what we're going to do next. So let's see, alkalinity, we're in good shape there. Moisture is going to come up as we start spraying. So yeah, the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and put our NPK on. So we'll do that now. I'll take this over here and park it. And we will, there we go. Go ahead and shut that off. And we will run over here and grab the sprayer. And we'll start doing some spraying. So I've had the weirdest thing happening lately, and I don't want anybody's feelings to get hurt by any of this comment, but because I've gotten several comments about it. It's not just one person, and it's weird. All of a sudden they started coming in at the exact same time. And it's, you know, 1 or 2 comments is interesting, but I'm getting like 6, 7, 8 comments about the length of the videos, and people are basically telling me that I'm doing way too long of videos, and that I need to stop doing them so long, and, you know, don't do them over an hour. Actually, can you make them shorter than that? Can you make them like 40 minutes? So look, I don't set out to do any specific length of video when I do my videos. I try to keep them under an hour, but what I do try to do is I try to set out with a goal to accomplish something for the day and get that accomplished. And if that takes 30 minutes, it takes 30 minutes. If it takes an hour, it takes an hour. And if it's something stupid like potatoes that takes forever, it's going to take forever. Sugar beets took an hour and 30 minutes the other night, and could have taken more, other than I just decided to go ahead and be done with it. But you know, I don't, like I said, I don't mean to make really long videos, but you know, I shoot for an hour. I think anything less than 30 minutes is not enough. But I hope you guys, if I do an hour and a half video, it's just because I'm trying to stick with the flow and make it work, and go from there. So hope that doesn't offend anybody when I do long videos, but I still am going to shoot to do the at least do an hour, you know, close to an hour, somewhere between, you know, 50 minutes and an hour. That's my goal anyways. I feel like at that point we get everything taken care of. Alright, so field number, this is 4, right? So I'll load that up. How did I end up with PK on this? Seriously? Isn't that funny? If I wanted to spray PK on this field, I would have sprayed NPK on this field. Matthew, you like the long videos. Hondrell, you like the long videos. There's my thing with the long videos too, is I know they're long. I try to cover most of the stuff that's interesting in the beginning of them. But at the end of the day, if they're too long, you can always, YouTube remembers where you left off. If you got to, stop watching, go do something else. If you get bored and you need something else to watch, come back and watch it again. That's sort of what I do with stuff that I watch. There's some people's videos I can't sit through 30 minutes or even an hour of it just because they're annoying, but I'm interested to see what they're doing. So take it in spurts. But like I said, I try to do the videos at an hour, and keep them around an hour. I try not to go over an hour, but there are going to be times when the video goes over an hour. And if it's a live stream recording, it's going to be over an hour. If it's a live stream archive, it's going to be a couple hours long. So just keep that in mind. Oh, I know they can get boring. If they get boring, stop watching them. Go do something else if they get boring. But I don't do edits. I'm not into doing a best of reel. Because some of the times, some of the things that I think about come up while I'm just doing stuff, and I may all of a sudden stumble across something, and if I'm doing edits, it might not all piece together. So yeah, all the videos I do get uploaded. If I do a live stream, it's going to be uploaded. It usually takes about an hour, hour and a half to get it processed through YouTube. And it also depends on what I'm doing at the time too, because I have to catch it once it's uploaded and go in and do some editing on it just to get it all set up so it can go back on to YouTube. But I try to get anything that I do a live stream on is going to get archived and put out. Dude, if you can make fenders for the sprayer, I'm all about that. Not fenders though, I mean crop guards. Reaper's got a version with crop guards on it, and I touched base with him the other day about getting them. Getting the version that has the crop guards on it, and I never got a response back from him, which I was kind of bummed out about, because I'd absolutely love to have a version with crop guards on it. Because then this thing would just be that much more killer. The other thing is, if you could fix that right there and fix that reflector from sticking out the side of it and the other ones from being crooked, that would be awesome too. So all right, I keep telling myself I'm going to spray these and actually do these properly, and then I never do. Pick up from here and do it actually the way it needs to be done. Dude, like I said, serious, if you want to knock yourself out and do it, you'd be my hero, but I'm not going to ask you to do it, because man, that takes time, and I like did some mods for LSPDFR, and I know how much time it takes to do that stuff. But if you just want to do it, I would love to see them. Yeah, Brent, you cannot do mods on Xbox, PlayStation, any kind of console like that. Unless it's a DLC pack that Giants is selling in some way, it's downloaded through a store. That's the only way you can get it. Like if it's a paid DLC pack that you buy through like the Xbox store, or you buy through something else like that, that would be the only one. But as far as mods that come from the modding community, you won't see any of that stuff available for Farm Sim, because there's no way for people to get it that content delivered to Xbox or to PS3. So far, no, I haven't had to ban anybody from chat. I thought we might have to tonight, but you know, so far I haven't had to. It would be really nice if YouTube would go ahead and add in you know, support for like a mod bot, because they don't have anything like that right now available. Yeah, Brent, I don't know what you're talking about as far as mods. My understanding is for console, you can't get any mod support for console unless it is a mod put out by the developer. And then it's not really a mod, it's DLC content. So, see you, Lucas. Thanks for stopping by. Now, if Giants decides that they want to take some mods that maybe are in their, you know, on their website, they do have a mod section where they have approved mods that they've gone through and approved. If they want to release some of that stuff for console, then they'll do that, and that will be through whatever storefront they have, but that would be the only way you can get a mod, from my understanding. Alright, let's grab this last little section here. Which is field 24. Did I accidentally delete that? Because that does not look like what I was using for 24. Because that looks like that will hit the trees. Looks like I might have accidentally deleted that one. Though it does look like it will make it... Oh, it is the right one. It's right. Alright, cool. And maybe, I think Brent, maybe it's you that's asked if I play on PC or console. All I play on is PC. I don't do any console anymore. I used to do a little PS3 stuff, uh, mainly Call of Duty and Broken Field, but I pretty much stick away from, pretty much do all my gaming on my PC now. The only reason I did some PS3 stuff was because I got a free PS3, and so I got like a couple of games for it, and that was it. So, but all the videos you see me do are all PC videos. When I'm done with my trailers, can you do a review on them? Absolutely. As long as they don't suck. I mean, you know. Just messing with you, man. I'm sure they'll be great. They did suck, I'd just tell you they sucked. Do I remember on which version your PS3 is? No, man. I know so little about PS3s other than the fact that it was a PS3 and it came to me supposedly busted, and it took me all of about 4 minutes to get it working, and I had a free PS3. That's all I really know about it. All right, so we're gonna grab this one. This is field number 7 here. Load in that one. Go ahead and pull out our Alright, so in this field I'm going to make an effort to actually, it doesn't really matter now, but I'm going to actually do a proper spray on this one so that I get it right and I have it for the moving forward. And we'll set our tram lines up for it. Though the tram lines won't actually take until we get some seed in the ground, so it really doesn't matter that much, but I'll go ahead and do it just to get used to it. What is my favorite game I've ever played? Gosh, I don't know, man. That's an interesting question. See, I could go old school on you and go, my favorite game I ever played would have been Galaga. That or Pinbot. Pinbot was a killer game. But if you're going for like PC games and stuff, that's a whole different story. Probably my favorite game that I ever played would be a series. It would be Command and Conquer, the all the Red Alert stuff. Absolutely love all that. Yuri's Revenge, all the Red Alert games. Love all that stuff. Favorite mod? My favorite mod would be either a script. It would not necessarily be a mod like a tractor or anything. It would either be Courseplay or Soul Mod, because they add so much to the game and make it, you know, a complete different game than if you don't have it. Like Courseplay, I can't imagine playing this game without Courseplay. Having to be combine and jump out, go get a tractor, bring a tractor up, empty it, go dump the tractor. How long would it take you to do one field doing that constantly without course play? Which I used to do that all the time. But yeah, I mean, I just can't imagine playing without that in the game. So course play would probably be close to number one. Soul mod's pretty cool. GPS is great. I mean, which to me, how does Giants not do this game and not put course play in? Because any serious farmer this day and age has GPS that comes standard in their tractor. So if the tractors that they've got in here, the bigger tractors, they should come standard with GPS already in them. So they ought to have GPS in the game. Maybe it's something you buy as an add-on in the store, like in the Giant store, you buy tractors that have GPS enabled, so you can use GPS. But how that's not in the game itself is beyond me. I think they missed the ball not having that available to people. So preset my GPS there on 27. I can go ahead and pull GPS now, and I can go ahead and I'm gonna stop that for a second. Load in the next GPS course. Back up just a little bit. Turn my sprayer back on. Make my turn. And there we go. Well, they model the modules, yes, but they don't model GPS as a function, and I think they ought to model that into the game. I mean, there's a few mods that ought to be in the game stock, and GPS is one of them. Drive control is one of them. Course play should be part of the game, and then to me, they ought to buy the soul mod, and they ought to incorporate the soul mod into the next version of the game, because it adds so much more to the game. All right. All right. All right. So we'll fill up yet again, and got 2 more fields to go do. While that is filling up, we'll tab over to the other tractors because they got to be done by now. They are. And it didn't hit a tree, which is nice. Alright, so we'll take this guy and park it real quick. Matthew, I see your point. Adding soul mod in and making it an actual... Yeah, I mean, Matthew, I see your point. adding soul mod in and making it an actual part of the game might be a little too much for some people. They might not enjoy it nearly as much as I do or other people do. I don't know how they could make an arcade version and a more lifelike version of this game, but I wish they would. I wish they could figure out a way to make it more of a sim than it is now. Because to me, it's still sort of arcadish, and not as much of a sim as it could be. And but it's still fun. Don't get me wrong; it's a fun game, but it could be a lot more than it actually is. There are some mods out there that do tobacco, I think. I know there's one that does weed, which is silly, but yeah. Soul mod's not hard to understand. It just really takes trying it. I didn't quite understand it either, but once I got into it and started trying to use it, it hasn't been really hard to pick up. If you watch the one guy's video, it pretty much knocks it out on how to do it. And from a, like Matthew says, from a video standpoint, I don't like having to do all the spraying, but it is, it's not that bad. If I could get those sprayers to work on this farm, I would add them in, and that would help out a lot, being able just to have a sprayer that goes around one time and sprays the field, and you don't even have to do anything with it other than automate it. But I've yet to be able to get it to work with the soul mod. So if I had to choose 5 mods, what would they be? Courseplay, drive control, Oh man, I'm not even paying attention. I drove right by where I needed to be. Courseplay and drive control would be 2 of them. Multi-fruit, so that you can do more than just the standard fruit that's in the game. I don't know that soul mod would be an essential for me, but it's up there. I can't imagine playing this game any other way now, because I do enjoy it so much. But glance is really helpful. GPS mod, so probably Courseplay, GPS mod, drive control, glance, and the soul mod. Probably be the 5. Why do I not clean my toys? I don't have enough time to do all the stuff that I do in the videos, let alone take the time to clean the toys. And it's sort of silly because I'm going to get them dirty the next 5 minutes later. It would be cool if you could upgrade engines and interiors like Euro Truck. I don't know. You don't upgrade engines and interiors on tractors. You buy new tractors. You don't really upgrade anything on one. If you buy if you buy a particular brand of tractor, or that particular tractor, you're buying the power plant that is in that tractor. If you want more horsepower, you buy a bigger tractor, and you don't change the interiors on them. They come pretty much stock. You know. Now it would be cool that if you put like a seeder on a tractor, it would be cool that the control head for the tractor or for that particular seeder went into the tractor and was on your console and you could see that. That would be a cool thing, but you don't really upgrade interiors and engines and stuff on tractors. Now it'd be cool if they would do away with this stupid maintenance thing that they have and actually have real maintenance or have durability built into the game, to where over time you have to service your tractor or something like that. This ridiculous prices that they just pull out of the sky for how much it costs to operate to have a tractor on your farm per day is ridiculous. If I have a tractor sitting on my farm, like my John Deere 700 doesn't cost me anything to sit in the barn. So why should I have to pay in this game? I would have to actually pay, a fee just for the right to have that tractor sit in a barn. Come on. Would I ever do a Euro Truck series? I'm doing a Euro Truck series, actually. Did a video the last 2 days. Been doing Euro Truck videos. It's the funny thing is, you talk about if I'm going to spend the money on a tractor, I sure ain't going to pay no $10 a day to have the tractor. The maintenance fees in this game are so stupid. I mean, the one thing you do every day on your tractor is you go around and grease all the grease fittings. Before you even start it up, get in it, you take your grease gun, go around and grease all your fittings. And once that's done, then you go in there, check your oil, make sure your oil's right. I check my water separator to make sure that there's no moisture in the fuel. Fire it up and go. And then you follow your maintenance schedule that is on your tractor. When you buy it, you get a maintenance schedule from the dealer that tells you when to change your oil, how many hours to change it, and all that other stuff. And that's all you do. Oh, let's see. Let's crank that down to field number 6. Get that last row in. Yeah, come on. You're supposed to take that. There we go. Let's see. Joshua, any hunter videos coming up? I might make one soon. probably going to be doing Fishing Planet videos next week on Michigan. Though it's not going to, probably do a couple of them. I might try to sneak a hunter video in. I've been spending a lot of time in Dirt Rally trying to get it all set up, and I'm having a heck of a time getting that right. Yeah, just having fuel engine or tractor maintenance would be nice to have that added into the game. All right. Chad, it'd be nice if they brought back the Chrome Big M. I mean, it's out there. You can get it. And there's a couple of different versions of it. As a mod, I've got one sitting on the farm here. And they're the exact same tractor as you had from 2013. I wish they would make the smaller version of it. Landy and I've talked about that before. There's actually a smaller version of it that's not as big as the M500 that everybody's modded. If they had that, it would be kind of cool. I like them all, I like it. Like I said, I've said this before. I'm torn between the Moco mowers and the M500, and I also like to use the stock mowers sometime. It just depends, we use I got a bat wing here at the house, and that's not what I wanted you to do. Come on, fill up. So that's what I normally use for bush hog is in cutting stuff down is to use mine's a Woods that I have. It's not a John Deere or anything else. Mine's made by Woods. The Batwing that I use for cutting and all that stuff. But now I use more of a bush hog, not a rotary mower. I don't do any kind of co-op, Brent. The only person I do any stuff with is just Recon. And as you can tell, we have a hard time getting our schedules together to actually do stuff. Alright, it's just too much of a trouble to get all the mods matched up with other people and find time to do a recording and all that other stuff. It just doesn't work. Like I said, that Landy guy's been threatening to make a public server one day. If he ever does that, then I'll be on it. And gameplay on there and can do some stuff with people, but right now I just don't I don't do any kind of co-op stuff because again it's just too much trouble to find time and get everything matched up to do stuff together with people. Um, Chad, how often do I stream? I want to stream twice a week. Um, but it doesn't always work. Life gets in the way sometimes, but I try to stream every so often. I'd like to be getting to where I stream, like I said, twice a week. Maybe Fridays and Saturdays, or maybe I do Wednesdays and Saturdays or something like that. It's my goal, anyways, to get to where I do 2 days a week. Serious, the OXBO from Joe. You're gonna have to give me a little more clarification on that, because I don't know. I may have seen it in passing, but I haven't really paid a whole bunch of attention to it. Hello, Oscar. Thanks for joining us. I run the Batwing on my 45. It just has enough power to run it. Oh, the windrower that we talked about yesterday? I don't know. I guess it's for alfalfa. I was looking at it last night trying to figure out what it works with, but I was seeing that it said something about alfalfa, so I don't even know what fruits it works on or that much about it. I don't even know that it would be anything that I would ever utilize in the game, so it's one of those things where I kind of look at it and just go, huh, I guess that's interesting. It's basically an American windrower that uses a conveyor band. I don't know. I've never seen anything like it. I'm just going off the picture now. Because see, we don't use I don't use a windrower. I use a wheel rake to do all my stuff into wheel rows, which is, I've said it before, it looks like if you took the Giants windrowers that they have in the game that have the little wheels on them, if you take the wheels and stand them up on their edge and you put 5 of them in a row in a V formation, that's the kind of windrower I've used, and it's, I don't ever, it's called a wheel rake, and that's what I use. I don't ever use anything. So, Andre, what is a batwing? It's basically, it's a bush hog, or a mower that it's, they've always been called batwings because they fold up like the wing of a bat. So that's the way we have always been referred to in my world, as a batwing. Joe's a very good modder. I wish he'd lose the attitude and just put his stuff out there for everybody, he does a really good job, and there's a couple other ones that do a really good job, but it is, they they have this attitude about the way modders are treated or something. It just seems like they make mods and then they don't want to put them out there, and then they're amazed when people get pissed off about it. It's like, well, why tout this and tell everybody that you're doing it and tout it and showcase it and show, look at what I'm doing, look at what I'm building, and it's going to be great. And then when you get it done, you don't put it out, and then you wonder why people get upset and say, dude, I thought you were going to put that out. Oh no, I'm not going to put that out. Well, if you want to get paid, do your thing, showcase your talents, and enter some of these contests and get recognized for your skill, and then go get a real job where you make money doing it. There's not too many people out there that are just going to go out and buy mods. Chad, my Batwing is made by a company by the name of Woods. They make some of the best mowers here in the United States that you can buy. I mean, they are top of the line, and the John Deere stuff doesn't hold a candle to them. As far as quality, workmanship, just the steel alone that is used on the frame of the mower decks is twice as thick as anything that you would get on a John Deere. Now I have a John Deere, I have a 5-foot John Deere bush hog, and the top of it I've had to weld the top of that thing so many times, from where the blades will hit something and jump and hit the top of it, and where after a while it just finally wears a hole in the top of the deck. I've never had that with my Woods. You hit a stump or something with a stump jumper on them, and they'll kick those blades up and it'll hit the deck, and eventually it tears a hole in them. I've ripped the back out of them from accidentally catching the back of the bush hog on a stump or a rock or something, and it just pulled the back right, busted the seam off the back of it. So I've had to weld and patch that thing back together so many times. That Woods unit, I never have to mess with it. It is nice, and the bearings in it are great. Yeah, it's just a darn good unit. All right, so we've got everything done. So now we have to look at. Let's get rid of this. Look at what we've got in storage. We got plenty of everything, it looks like. Other than we just sold a ton of soybean. I think what I want to do is I want to do corn and soybean. This go around. I've got oats. I'm running low on soybean because we just did that big load. So I think I'm going to do 3 fields in corn and 1 field in soybean this time. And then the corn, we'll harvest it for the BGA to make some more money so we can start trying to accumulate money to get field 1. So I think that's going to be the game plan for this run. All right. So with that said, we will run over here and grab. Oh, there you go. Going to bed early on us again, serious gamer. It's not like you live in, Germany or anything, or over in Europe. You should sleep more during the day and stay up later at night with us, like Landy does. You know, serious, if Joe put together a mods package with a lot of really good mods in it, like a full John Deere mod package, the problem is Joe can't sell those mods. If he does, he'll get busted for copyright infringement, because he's using John Deere stuff. He's modeling after John Deere, and he's using John Deere model numbers and stuff on it. And if he tries to sell it, he'll get infringement and busted. So he can't actually do that legally. So he'd be in a world of hurt if he tried to do it. I did used to live in Tennessee. Yeah, so I mean, if you know you can't do it, you just put them out there for free and, you know, showcase your skills and get a job with somebody like Giants, you know, do contract work for Giants or somebody else like that, because you build out, you build out a reputation of being real good at it. Alright, so I'm going to set this guy up to sow soybeans on this field. And I'm just going to hire this guy. Ooh, I got to go put some seed in this thing or it ain't going to sow nothing. You live in Nord Brabant or Nord Brabant. You ever watched Taft? Any of his videos? He's from Great Britain, and he does Nord Brabant. Brabant, or however he says it. I think he says Brabant, which I guess is the way it's supposed to be pronounced. Alright, so let's get this over here and set up, and we'll let it take off and do our soybeans for us. Alright. Alright, so that's going to do its thing, and we are going to grab... I don't know why I still have that other John Deere. I never use it. Where's the one I'm looking for? There it is. Alright. Alright, so we'll get this one going. Alright. Get rid of that. Start her up. I don't even know how to say my own name properly, so I screw everything up. I put Pro Mods back into Euro Truck last night and started driving it in it, and once again I got to looking at all the names in there, and I know the names of these towns in Europe, you know, most of the bigger ones, but yet when I look at them written down on paper, I'm like, how do I even pronounce that? If we were just talking about a particular town, I wouldn't have any issue with it. Do I like to hunt? Yes, I absolutely love to hunt. It's getting about that time of the year. Bow season will be starting up pretty soon around here, and looking forward to that. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to do one field in soybean, and the rest of the fields I'm going to do in corn, because I want to get a good run of chaff for the BGA. So I think that right there is going to work for me. Get this set up real quick. Get rid of that offset. Yeah, that'll work. No. Man, I'm not talented enough to do a bow hunting video. First of all, I don't have I don't own a GoPro, which I know is seriously funny. I really should. The one I had went with the company when I sold it. What am I thinking here? Sorry, I'm having an issue right now. Alright, there we go. I don't have the equipment to go out and do it. So, hello, Next Gaming. Welcome aboard. Do I have the Russian map extension? Oh man, I screwed up again on this thing. Now, why does it set the working width so wide on this one particular unit when it knows it is not a 10-meter rig? There we go. Do I have the Russian map extension? No, I don't. I have the, I just have the Scandinavian mod and the Going East. I haven't downloaded the Russian map extension. How am I live streaming? Just using OBS. It's just like you would do to Twitch, except I'm live streaming to YouTube. You might get rid of it, the bumps in the road are even worse than in Belgium. I've heard the roads in the Russian map are really, really bad. So, what model tractor? It's an 8375. It's a mod that Serious Gamer found, and that he went and put the dirt textures and everything on for us. So he's the one responsible for it. But yeah, he's the one who made it all muddy and dirty. That's 8370R. Let's see. Man, I don't even know how to pronounce your name. I figured out the button issue with the G-Suit 27. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. Shy Wizard sent me an email that basically told me he had read somewhere where Giants only recognizes 16 buttons on the controller. So that means there's everything over 16 doesn't work. And which makes sense because all the buttons that I can't get to function are all the ones that are values over 16. So that's where it's at. So but as I said earlier, if you take a look at the SciTech console that's going to be coming out and the Farm Sim steering wheel, they're going to have way more than 16 buttons. They're going to have 20 something buttons that are associated with that. Just the side console alone is like 26 buttons. So for them to be able to make that interact with Farm Sim, there's going to have to be a patch that's going to allow that device to work. So I would expect once that happens, you should be able to get everything to work. Yeah, I expect when the gold edition to come out at the end of the month, because you know in the UK they're selling the Farm Sim wheel and the gold edition of Farm Sim together as a bundle pack. So I expect when they put that out that you will see there will be a patch with the gold edition. I'm expecting there to be a patch there that will allow the use of more buttons. It's probably about 9:15 here. I live in the Central Time Zone here in the States, so yeah. So I'll probably get this field planted and then wrap this video up, wrap the live stream up with it, and then that'll probably be the end of the live streams for the weekend. Might try to do something later this week or something, but tomorrow's Sunday, which means got lots of family things to do tomorrow, so no live streams. Well, I'll get a recording up tomorrow. I live in Alabama, Chad. What is my favorite time to hunt, rifle or bow? From just a sheer productivity standpoint of being able to kill, and put meat in the freezer, I like to use a rifle. And I actually prefer a shotgun over a rifle, just because some of the places I hunt are really, really wooded. So, a lot of times I'm stalk hunting and slipping through the woods in a heavily wooded area. So I tend to take a shotgun more than I take a rifle. But I love to bow hunt as well, but I'm not necessarily as productive bow hunting as I am with a rifle or a shotgun, just because I might not be able to get that deer to come within shot range of a bow, whereas I can reach out there and grab them with a rifle, you know. So from strictly a productivity standpoint, the rifle, but from a sportsman fun type aspect, challenge, the bow. I do not play on Xbox. I don't play it on any console version. I don't play any console versions of anything. Your computer is jacking. That's funny. Where do I live in Alabama? If you head all the way south in Alabama, stop before you walk into the ocean, and that's where I live. Yeah, Chad's gonna ask for GPS directions in a moment, where exactly how to get to my house, so he can stalk me and kill me in the middle of the night and take my tractor or something from me. I don't live far from Dolphin Island, as a matter of fact, farming. If I told you where I lived, you would know exactly. If you know where Dolphin Island is, and you know the area, you would know exactly where I live. Let's just say I don't live on that side of the bay, though. So you lived a mile from Trash Can River, huh? We call Dog River Trash Can River because the city of Mobile, all of their trash dumps into, you know, all the runoff from all the roadways and things like that that goes into their sewer system ends up running into Dog River, and it's just trashed all the time. And there's just always trash coming off of there. I don't have the snowplow mod. You know, everybody and their brother's done the snowplow mod, so it was one of those things I never got. Because, I mean, it's only good for, you know, one laugh, I guess. I find it funny with the snowplow mod and the snowplow and the snow maps that, it's humorous to me. The roads are covered in snow, but all of the fields have no snow at all in them. Let's see, Matthew, chaff or harvesting. I said a minute ago I'm going to set all these up for chaff to do for the BGA. Hello, Brad Walters. Oops, that one didn't get down fast enough. Yeah, I'm gonna set all this. I'm gonna do 1 field in soybean, 3 fields in corn, and harvest all the corn basically for the BGA, and do the BGA because we haven't done anything in the BGA so far. Hello, James. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. Hello, Troy. Brent, can I do more GTA videos? You know, I talked about that last night in the video. I mean, I might eventually, but GTA is not really something I'm that passionate about, and I'm trying to do things that I really absolutely get into, and I'm not just another person doing GTA videos, you know. So I might do some here and there, but I don't really know that I bring anything of value to GTA videos, you know. That's the only thing. What is the tow truck mod? I don't know anything about it. Is that a farm sim mod, or are you talking about? Not bad, Troy. We're just about to wrap up here shortly. Yeah, I haven't seen it, James. So I don't know. It may be one that slipped through and I didn't see it. Yeah, I didn't, Chad, I didn't know if he's talking about a tow truck mod for this game or tow truck mod for Euro truck, because we've been talking about several different things. So so yeah, pretty much all of my mods are listed. There's a link that says mods I use, and there's a spreadsheet there, and pretty much everything that I have is in that link. How many mods do I have? Too many. I'm probably getting up on... The problem is I download a bunch of mods just to try out, to see if they're any good, and sometimes I get rid of them, and sometimes they stick around in my folder for too long, and so I've probably got too many in there. I probably need to cull out some stuff that I don't actually use. The stuff that's on the list, that's things that I'm actually using in the game. Picking beans is always fun. I did potatoes this morning. Alright, serious man. Take it easy, and we'll see you soon. What takes forever, yeah, Architect, you're talking about going through and downloading the mods. It takes forever. What takes forever is download them all and then try to make a spreadsheet like that. And remember where you got them all from. That takes forever. Am I planning on doing any more mod showcases? Yeah, if there's a mod out that's worth showcasing. I haven't really seen anything that sparks my interest. And even when I'm trying to find something, I just don't see anything out there that's interesting to me. Maybe I should look harder, but I just don't see it out there. Well, it's time for you to go to bed then. Is Recon doing a live stream, Matthew? Alright, it's cool. You ought to go watch him, because I'm getting ready to wrap up here in a minute, because we've done over 2 hours now. So I will probably, like I said, as soon as I finish getting this field planted and get to a stopping point, I'm gonna wrap this video up. So he would appreciate the views, I'm sure. I totally hosed that. See you later, Country Hunter. Thanks for coming by. All right. Got to get all my shifting in the right position. I'm using my shifter to lower the the implement here, and sometimes I accidentally put it in reverse. Brad, probably do some Fishing Planet stuff next week. I got the new version of Fishing Planet today. I got the new map to do some work on and to beta test it. And I've spent maybe an hour in it so far, just checking it out and doing a little bit of fishing. But when I finish up this map tonight, I'm going to jump over there and probably spend the rest of the evening doing testing on it. And there is a non-disclosure agreement on it right now, so I can't do any kind of videos or anything else like that on the content until they release it. But as soon as they release it, I'll probably start doing some videos on that. So that is my game plan. So next week I'll probably do some new Fishing Planet stuff. Yeah, it'd be nice if there was a corn header trailer, you know, out there that you use to move it. But most of the corn headers fold up in the game, so you really don't have to have one that much for it, because most of them are compact. Well, there I go again, shifting into reverse. Hey, come on, make that turn. Right, just a couple more passes and we'll be done with this field. And I'm sure the other one is blocked. I gotta check that real quick and see what's going on here. Oh, so it's too close to the wall. Cool. Alright, so there. Keep on plowing. Alright, get that taken care of. Brad, what's the beeping sound? The beeping sound is GPS. When it double beeps, that's me coming off of GPS. And then when it single beeps, that's me locking the tractor onto GPS. And then when you hear the double beep as I'm approaching the edge of the field, that lets me know that I'm approaching the edge of the field and gives you the warning sound. Brent, did your cat just walk across the keyboard? Alright, looks like we got one more pass up and down. And then we will be done with this field. Alright, guys. I got you. Yeah, I couldn't figure out whether you were having a seizure and spamming on the keyboard, or if the cat walked across the keyboard, or so. Figured it had to be something. Alright. Alright, so this is one field planted. I still got 2 more fields of corn to go. We'll do that in tomorrow's video, or I may do a forestry video on Sundays. Like I say, I've tried to do the forestry stuff on Sundays. I like to do forestry on Sundays. Maybe pick Monday back up with the agricultural stuff, but that'll probably Sunday. I'll probably just sit back, do a little bit of forestry, and just take it easy. And because I've yet to play around with the forestry with this particular setup that I've got going, and I'm dying to. I mean, you know, I've done 5 minutes of it, just testing out different settings. So let me run over here and grab this other tractor and finish up this field, and then we will call it a night. Appreciate everybody stopping by though this evening and catching out the stream. Always enjoy having you guys stop by and having some interaction with you. And like I said, I'll try to start doing these on a more consistent basis. Like I said, I want to do them pretty much. I want to do a stream twice a week, but life does tend to get in the way sometimes of me doing that, and I'm gonna miss that and screw it up. There we go. Still don't have those buttons locked to anything. If I could get that, if I get the rest of my buttons active where I've got just a couple of more, I can get all my GPS functions to assign to buttons, so I don't have to use the keyboard for any of that. Baseball Lover 25, take it easy, have a good night. Brent, have a good night. Paul Kelly, have a good night, man. Architect, have a good night. If Recon's over there streaming, you guys ought to go check out his stream. He is either doing Manchester or he is doing forestry, one of the two. So you guys can go check out his stream. Tell him I said hello. and I'm sure he'll have a nice stream going this evening. Like I said, if he had been around earlier, I probably would have done a stream with him, but I know he was probably busy doing something. Let's see, I gotta get this dialed back down a little bit because it is too wide. It needs to be there, and shift it over just a hair so I don't have any overlap. Recon's channel is Rubberside Down. Oh, thanks, man. He'll get a hoot out of that. Yeah. Hugs and kisses from Moose, right? Yeah, that'll go over good. Brad, thanks for coming by, man. Appreciate you stopping in. Hope you had a good time. Zach, what's your question, buddy? All right. That's a good question, Zach. I'll have to ponder that one. That one's almost as good as if I could live in a world without puppies, or would I sacrifice myself for a world with puppies? Good night, Andre. Thanks for coming by. Glad you enjoyed the stream. I will see you the next time. Take care, Architect. I'm not gonna have to run y'all off tonight. Y'all are all gonna leave early. All right. Just a little bit here to touch up, and I'll be done with this field. Yeah, sorry, Zach. I've been going for almost 2.5 hours now, so it's time to shut her down. I'm about done for the evening. Plus, I want to go do some Fishing Planet. See how that is. All right, that is gonna do it for tonight, guys, and thanks for watching. Hope y'all had a good evening. We'll be back tomorrow with some forestry vids, and maybe some ETS too. So but anyways, appreciate you watching. Thanks for coming by. I'll probably shut down the stream here in about a minute. Yeah, there's no clip on the power poles. What's that like? You can either do it, you can either go for realism and swerve around it, or if you're trying to avoid driving back through the field and killing your seed because drive control thinks that seed should be killed, then it's nice to be able to avoid that little bit of clip. All right. All right. Good night, Ethan. Good night, Jody. Thanks for coming by, guys. Good one, Brent. Take it easy. I will see you on the next one. Thanks for coming out. All right. All right, guys. I'm going to shut down the stream just about 30 seconds from now. Appreciate everybody watching, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, Brent, you've been here for a little while. Come on. Well, if you missed it and want to watch it, the archive will be up in maybe about an hour. It usually takes YouTube about an hour to process the stream and get it posted. So, all right, guys, thanks again for coming out and watching the video tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's going to do it for me for this evening. I will see you guys in the next video or the next live stream. Until then, stay safe and have a good day. Bye-bye.